Injuries. Tatum out, Sam O out, and Eddie's out. Go ahead.
Christian got back-to-back days off yesterday. What was the purpose of that?
Just the Monday night game. Just he needed it.
Eric Hendricks, are you surprised that he was still, here we are almost December, and he was still available to be picked up?
We've been talking with him throughout the year. I know he had other options throughout the year, but the timing was right for him, and we've been wanting him on board, so we were pumped that he wanted to come.
Do you bring up the fact that he backed out of a deal with you guys and went to Dallas?
Yeah, it was brought up. We're all good. No, we understand it now, and it's you're always frustrated at the time, but I understand why he did it.
Head to Sunday in Cleveland. The weather is supposed to be not nice. And I remember the last time we played Cleveland with weather like that, it wasn't a good outcome. Are you adjusting? I'm guessing you're adjusting the game plan for inclement weather, not to mention the Browns' defense.
Yeah, both of it. I mean, last time we went, they had a really good defense, and this time they have a really good defense, if not better. The rain wasn't great then. It'll probably be worse now, so we got to be prepared for it. It's like that this time of the year, and hopefully we'll get lucky with weather, but we're assuming the worst.
Try to run more, pass more?
Can't give you our secrets, but we're going to air it out, throwing it every play. The harder it rains, the more we're going to throw.
Brock finished that game with some big passes to BA and Juwan to set up the field goal. So I'm guessing that gives them some confidence going in there, even though the stat line wasn't really pretty.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to compare other games. Each game's different, but Brock's played other games in rain, and if it doesn't rain, I still hear it's going to be like 30 miles per hour wind. They're both probably have a little rain than heavy wind. We'll see which one we get. Probably both.
I'm sure you're aware that your teams against defenses led by Schwartz have not fared well. Do you have any sort of relationship with him? And if so, have you ever said, you are a pain in the ass?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He knows it. He lets me know, too. I got a lot of respect for Jim. I think he's one of the best who does it. He's done it for a while. I've been going against him. I don't think they add our records when I was in Houston. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't count them. But you probably do. But when I first started as a coordinator in Houston, back when I was 28, 29, going against him in Tennessee is where it started, when they had Vanden Bosch, Albert Hainsworth, Javon Curse. They were doing the wide nines then, and that's why I always wanted wide nines, and we got that with Chris Eric.
Your win against Schwartz was the December 2008, 13-12.
Oh, that is Tennessee.
Yeah. So were you the play caller, or were you sharing with Kubiak?
In 2008, shared with Kubiak, yeah.
You remember that game?
Yeah, I do. It's a good game. I don't look at it that way, but it's I'd love to get a win, but it's lots of different situations, lots of different teams, lots of different quarterbacks. But whoever he's been with, his defense has always been similar and very tough to go against.
You probably would have preferred to have your bye week in the middle of the season, but now that it's finally coming up, do you consider that an advantage for those last 4 games of the season after it?
Yeah, possibly. Now we're so used to it, kind of don't want to get out of any rhythm either. Probably would have preferred it earlier when we were more banked up, just to buy a couple extra days or extra week for guys to return. I think we are getting healthier now, but I do think our guys need some rest, just mentally, just as probably even more than physically. Especially on a short week coming off that Monday night deal. I think the reason guys are riding high because they know after this game, regardless of what happens, they're going to get about 5 days off, and something the guys deserve, and hopefully that helps us mentally and physically, and we can come back and make a run at this.
Do you sense that you and your staff emphasizes sleep more now than maybe when you got into the league in Tampa?
Definitely more than when we got into the league. No one talked about it back then for anybody. I started hearing about it more. I want to say when I was in Cleveland was the first time I was on a team that someone came in and presented all that stuff to us, and the doctors told us how much smarter we'd be with 10 hours of sleep a night. I was like, yes, but we have too much to do for that. but then it kind of just stressed you out because you realize how you're not getting that sleep and what it does. But being more aware of that, changing schedules up, try to tinker with it each year, but it's definitely something that science is accurate on. It is important.
Judge Ricky off of his stats in the last couple of weeks he's been back. How has he looked, from your vantage point, and trying to get him back up to, he had a great start to the year and kind of had to, a setback with that injury. So how he got back up?
Yeah, I watch how guys move, how they block, how they execute their routes, how they beat man coverage, how long it takes to get their spots and zones, and I see zero difference with Ricky now into his 3 games. It's one of the, I think, the things you didn't have to worry about as much with receivers, but now in the day of age of everyone talking about stats and fantasy stuff 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, it does put pressure on those guys a lot. I used to hear it from people's uncles when I came out of the game. Walked out of a stadium hearing how I messed up their fantasy game, not getting their nephew the ball and stuff like that. But now I know just that stuff's so talked about and everything, but KB went for 150 2 weeks in a row. And I think KB's played the same each week. Sometimes that stuff's out of receivers' hands. Sometimes it's just unbelievable some of the opportunities they get and what they do in them. But usually it's where the zones are going and the opportunities they get just based off of coverage.
Is he getting more attention from defenses?
No, not at all.
Last one, I know you touched on this before, talking about guys in need of a rest. Coming out of this break, you have 3 of 4 with teams that are playoff level. Is it kind of maybe serendipitous that you're getting this break right before you have to go through this gauntlet to make a run and secure a playoff spot?
It could be. It all depends when you play them. A team can look one way one week and they can lose a couple guys on a Sunday and they're a totally different team that next week. So, when you come out, we had a last place schedule this year, which could be a really good schedule, and then all of a sudden by a certain time in the year it looks like a tough schedule because teams are just different than they were the year before. And that does change week to week. You look at a team like the Cowboys now, and I feel like they've got 5 different players on defense watching them last night than they did a month ago, stuff like that. So teams change week to week based off injuries, things that happen. So that's why I rarely look very far ahead. That's why I'm not even sure who we got yet until we come back from the bye week. Thank you. All right, guys. Thanks.